Okay, here we go. We're back. We are back. We're going to be. Let me get this going real quick. That is all. It's all good. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to be jumping into Ancient Farm, which is another game that I was interested in playing. Hold on. You need this to update. There it is. Okay. Second live stream of the day. We're going to hopefully do a couple of these today. This game is Ancient Farm by Ultimate Games. So I haven't played this. I haven't seen anything on this. I haven't seen other people play this, but I like farming simulator games. I like simulator games, that kind of thing. So we're going to jump into it, and we're going to see if we like it or not. We're going to see how it is. So let's switch over, and I'm going to record this and post it on the channel. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you like what's going on here and you want to see more of this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, comment, whatever, all the good things. Let's jump over to Ancient Farm by Ultimate Games. So unmute the laptop. We're going to need game audio probably, more than likely. All right, here we go. Let's see how this thing goes. Turn my audio back up. All right, settings. I haven't been in here. Let's turn their music down a little bit. And then video. Not bad. Not bad at all. We are in 1440p at 120 hertz. We'll see how that translates over. And then VSync shows that it's off. So anyways, we'll check this thing out. Gameplay, English, camera movement. I'm not sure. We may have to check that out, but let's jump in. Let's see how this thing goes. Again, I've not seen people play this game. We'll turn our use the mouse to look around. Player movement, WSAD, pretty straightforward. Spacebar to jump, shift to run, control to crouch. All right. So, pretty straightforward. There's a little bit of motion blur, but everything, textures look good. Looks really good. Jump with space. Okay, we did that. That was our first quest. Inventory and tools. Press I to open or close the inventory. Select an item and move it to the quick slots panel. Tools 1, 2, 3, 4. Hotbar. Okay. So we hit I for inventory, and then we move this to the bar, and then we can go clear the ground, clear an area for construction or cultivation. Click on bushes and similar stones, or take a sickle and use it to harvest grass. It seems pretty straightforward, mechanic-wise. Dude. Place. T. Okay, so we do T. It's saying clear the ground, but then it's also telling me... Oh, can you rotate this thing? It says turn left, turn right. Oh, okay. Find the sticks lying on the ground and collect 15 pieces by pressing E. Hold on, I think our music is a little... Our stream music is... Okay. Stream music's a little crazy. Dude, bro. Okay. So you just hit E to gather. And I was trying to hit the bigger rocks with this hammer, but every time I do, it brings this up. So can't really do any of that stuff. We need to gather. Okay, we don't have a sickle. Surely we have 15 pieces now. 22 pieces. We need some sticks. Right? Sticks. Do you see any sticks? Is this still available? Yes. Sorry, I'm selling some stuff on Facebook, and of course I start streaming and everyone wants to message me. All right, there's some sticks right there. Quite a few. Okay, now what? Press E on the hologram. All right. Go to the market field. Look around and you'll see a beam of light. Right next to our house. Okay. For 120 hertz, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's kind of, I don't know, kind of blurry. All right, so it wants me to pick any stones and sticks lying around. We did that. Go to the workshop and craft a sickle. Dude, okay. Let's go in here. And how do you do that? Aim at the correct recipe and oh. Okay. And then we go into the inventory and put the sickle on our hotbar. Switch to 2. Nice. Okay. Okay. I'm tracking. Go to the mark field. Okay, go back to the mark field. Oh, it's telling. I see. Okay. It's telling me to clear the field. My Atlanta. Okay. Tilling the soil. Place the hoe from your inventory into the quick slot. Select the hoe as the active item from the quick slots using the keys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mm-hmm. Then look for a suitable spot on the ground within the tool's range. Okay. So we need to make a hoe. Do we see a hoe on the? Is that a hoe? Does that look like a hoe? Oh, it says it down here in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. And that's a scythe, shovel, bunch of other boo shit. Okay. That's the hammer that we already have. You don't have enough items. Okay. Let's put the hoe on the hot bar. Let's put that hoe on the hot bar. And everything's clear. I don't understand. Oh. This reminds me of like Stardew Valley. I know that's a weird thing to assimilate this to, but still. Carrot seeds have been added to your inventory. Open your inventory by pressing I and place the seeds in your quick bar. Everything revolves around that quick bar. Okay, 4. So do we only have? Oh shit, we only have 1. So all I did was hit 4 and then left click, and that planted it. So what? I don't understand. Water, water, water. Wait, we got a bucket over here. That's a clay scoop. That's a water bucket. So we'll make a water bucket. Okay. And I'm assuming we have to go to the river, find some water. Question. When does this thing fill up? Oh, shit. You know what? Okay. Did you see that? It's in here. I have 24 water in there. So now, what is this? Probably clay. Okay, so we come over here. And then what? Okay, how the hell do you put water? Or do you have to put the water? What in the world? I don't get it. I do not get it. What is it telling me to do here? It tells me to, it says first plant, which I did. To sow a plant, select it from the quick slots and aim at the tilled soil. We did that. When the square turns white, plant the seeds. We did that. Watering and fertilizing. Select the appropriate tool from the quick slots. Jug for watering. Aim at the desired plot with the plant. Click. Okay. We done that. We did that. So maybe it's already watered? We done did it, bruh. All right. Well, look. Then let's take this off our inventory. Whoa, buddy. Oh, you have to. I think you have to replace it with something else. So, question: what does that say that we need? Wood. What about this? Okay, we got an axe. We got an axe. Let's replace the sickle there, and then we got a man. Can you cycle through hotbars? You only get 5 slots. Okay. All right. Well, not sure how I feel about that, but I. Hmm. Okay. All right. And then we got this guy. Let's replace that. So now I wonder, can we hit these big? Oh yeah. What in the hell? What the hell just happened? Okay, look. Is our carrots growing? Yield 1, ready to harvest no. Current cycle 0, next cycle 0%. Instantly maturing carrot. I think this is buggy. F3, F4. What is that up there? Time. It's your time. Okay. How do you harvest the carrot? It says unequipped 0. 0? And then what? Ready to harvest, yes. How the hell do you harvest it? 4? No. You use the hoe? No. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Is there something else in here? Tool used for harvesting crops close to the ground. What's that? A fruit picker. Okay, we're going to use this. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a lot of dang tools. Okay. Oh, okay. It cut it close to the ground. So then did we get more seeds? We got more seeds, bro. We got more seeds. Okay. I can't believe it's just now announcing that I went live. Okay, how? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5x5? That ought to be big enough for a while. All right. So, 0. 0's unequipped. Question. Okay, numlock doesn't work for your number keys. Numlock on. You have to use the keys up top. You know what I did? And I'm stupid for doing that? Tutorial. Tools, using tools, sowing and water and fertilizer. Okay. Plant life cycles. On the right side of the screen, you can see the seasons, the subsequent growth cycles. Each plant grows differently and requires specific care during different seasonal cycles. Depending on this, your harvest will be either plentiful or minimal. When a plant is ready for harvest, its visual representation will change. Additionally, the harvest plant option will become available in the plant's radar menu. The yield depends on how well the plant was cared for during its growth. Okay. And then removing stubble. Okay. But that's not, I don't think that's the carrots. Clear the ground, build the workshop, gather resources. We did that. We did the workshop. We collected water. We didn't do clay yet. How do we build? What is the... Oh, you put the building hammer in your hand and you just click. So we have a house here. Hold on. Where's that pickaxe? Is this it? This all looks good for farmland. Thor! I think there's somebody outside. He don't like people who go next to his window. Thor, quit! Hold on, be right back. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I had to step away. My wife is diabetic, and so she needs her medications. So okay, so I was thinking on the house. And I think I'm wondering if maybe down here is better. Like, is there a weight? Oh yeah, there's a weight. Look here, we're at 352.1 of 150. So I don't know that we can. I don't know that we can do much. I was curious if we could, I was curious. Hold on, Discord. We got. Oh, that's just my bot making an announcement. Just posted a video and it's the wrong title. Yay! I gotta fix my bot because he's an idiot. So the weight thing. Look here, I'm moving around. So I'm curious about like why it's doing that. Let's take the sickle and harvest our carrots. So question, why ready to harvest? No. Okay. So it won't let me re-water these. Like it won't let me do anything there. And then the water bucket. See, because I was curious if the water bucket was. See how that's red? And then I think about. Because there's that right there. Water's a 1x1 area, requires water, which can be obtained with a bucket. You do not have the item. Okay, so we need one of these. Maybe go get some clay and we have to make a jug. Hey Siri, set timer for 45 minutes. Okay. So I'm gonna go to. Wasn't there? I think this is the clay pit over here. It is. I don't know how much we need. Okay. All right. Now we can make a jug. Maybe it's because I don't actually own a jug. It's not letting me water. That's all I can think. So if we put this down now. Oh, this is promising, guys. Look. Maturing carrot. Bro, chacho. Bro. So when I select water, it does this. When I select the jug, it does this. But it doesn't let me water the plot. See how it's white? Water E. Water. That's so. So water's E. Q is more. Oh, hey, buddy. Okay, so on the plant itself, what if I go to 5? It still won't let me water. So maybe it doesn't need to be watered. I don't know. Maybe it's in a growth cycle. Who knows? What I'm curious about is why I can plant. See that? And it's got a water bubble on it. And then I go to 4. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay. So these are not going to Oh, these won't regrow. I thought they would regrow. It says it's stubble. Okay. Okay. We're starting to get somewhere. We're starting to get somewhere. We need to get the stubble out of the ground. So that won't work. How do you get the stubble out of the ground? What tools used for the stubble? Digging up plants, ideal for removing them and prepping the area. We know that. Harvesting crops. Soil separation, indispensable for crops. I don't know, guys. That's not working. I can hit Q for more. Dig, harvest, fertilize, water. I think we need a shovel. But we need I'm so confused. This is probably way easier than I'm making it out to be. Let's do the hammer, first of all. What about a okay. Hold on. Here we go. We got a carpenter. Okay, and then we can do the what do we need for this? Wood. Okay. Oh shit. So what is that doing? That's making planks. Okay. So what if we take this again and we do a stone cutter? And this is gonna okay, so we need planks. You do not have the necessary items. Okay. All right, bro. We're getting there. Hold on. We're starting to learn some stuff. Gives 5 wood. I wanted to cut everything over here. Hold on. Can we cut this tree down? Okay. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. But it does say that we're at 728.2 of 150. So I don't know. I don't know what all that means. You would assume that it means weight. Wait, what is this saying? Control is crouch. It says, I was trying to read that, but it's like, I don't know if you guys can see. You need an axe to gather it. 4. I don't have the axe. You need the axe to gather it. Oh, wait. Okay, are y'all seeing that? How it's like getting real motion blurry? I'm not sure why that is. Let's go look at this. What if I turn the camera movement all the way up? Does that mess things up? Does that make it worse? All right, we got some wood. So let's go back over here. And we need to craft planks. How do you pick the planks up? Where do you get the planks? And how many do we need? This says we need. Oh, we're done. Okay, and then this is this is where you get the block stone. Okay. All right, now we're cooking with Crisco. I understand a little bit now. I shouldn't have turned off the tutorial. Should have left the tutorial on so it could tell me exactly what I'm screwing up. Okay, and then we click this. There's a brickyard, thatch, and a mill. Which still doesn't help me in terms of comfort and safety after a day of work. See, I don't think I want to build all that. And then my other question is there like a market? Where do you buy the... Look, we did build craft station. We did that. We crafted. Merchant arrive. The merchant arrives at the dock exactly at the beginning of each season. He waits there for 5 cycles and then sails away. And then you buy and sell and price change. Oh, so you have to go to the merchant, which is where's the damn? Where's that daggone? Where's the dang dock thing? Oh, okay. Hold on, let me get my act together. Look at this. Okay, so we got the merchant here, and we can buy some seeds. Then we can sell. So you sell with right clicking. What about, what does he have over here? Fertilizer and a hammer. So, okay, so I'm curious about what I need to actually freaking buy here. Because it looks like this stuff is really expensive. Let's do wheat. I don't know. Do I have enough for that? Let's do 10. Let's do 10 wheat. And that gave us... Now we have wheat seeds. See? I should have paid attention to the tutorial. 100%. And then we need a... Oh, you know what we needed? We need a shovel. That's what we needed. So we got to get the shovel and put that in here. Hello. Un, deux, trois. Here we go. I don't understand. I'm so confused right now. Uh-oh. So why is... Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We're getting somewhere. Maybe. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we did 5 by 6. Wah wah. Okay. And then it says it needs to be watered. See. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, look. We're getting somewhere. What is this right here? Tool used for harvesting crops from trees makes it easier to pick fruit from high branches. And then this is from sticks and rocks you can make fertilizer? What the hell kind of fertilizer is that? I'm confused. I'm confrazzled. So I'm going to go back down here. Light wood. So this is not giving me sticks. Can you cut the freaking tree already? What are they talking about? Fruit trees? Are there... I don't even... The axe broke. Cycle? Dude. I'm so confused right now. It seems like a cool game. I'm just too stupid to understand it. I'm just too stupid to understand it. Okay. So we have 2 hammers here. Oh, wait. No, we don't. Hold on. What's that? Fertilizer and water. So let's do a hoe. Okay, the hoe makes... Okay. Hold on. I'm kind of understanding here. The hoe makes new fields. The shovel is able to harvest it. The sickle is for plants. And the... Or... Wait. So what's this for? Oh, no. Yeah, the scythe is for harvesting plants. And this is for harvesting wheat, grass. Bro. Kind of understanding. I think I'm understanding. And then you have number 3. And those little green bars are durability. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. And we blew up our axe. I hate that there's only 5 slots and you got to keep going back. But you can just right click. Okay, hold on. I got to check something here. If I put an axe in this first bar and I put a hammer in this first bar, when I go back to the axe and I right click it, it assigns to 3. Okay. What if I put this in there and then I assign this to there? So the hammer won't automatically assign. What the hell? Add item to quick slots. Okay. Okay, man. I don't understand it, but I'll roll with it. I don't know how my camera got screwed up. I'm sorry. I just realized it was screwed up. I know you all want to look at my beautiful face. Okay, so sticks and rocks make fertilizer. Wow. It's riveting. It's absolutely riveting. So now we can come over here and go. It wants me to water. Okay. The blue icon means water me. Haha. And then you hit Q. And we can switch it to fertilize. It's hydrated plus 20%. Next cycle's minus 5%. Ready to harvest? No. Why? Is there like a shit bucket or something for the fertilizer that I'm supposed to use? Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. Thought we had it figured out. I thought we were making fertilizer from sticks and rocks. We're making like a fertilizer spreader. Oh, where the hell are they? Oh, you sons of bitches. Okay, so basically what we did is we just made a bunch of buckets. But each one of these sells for 23. So when they come back, I should be able to sell those. My bad. I'll tell you what we need to do, though. Look, it's telling me to water again. Okay, am I out of water? Okay, I'm out of water. So we need to go... We got to go to the river. And get some water. How much is that? 45. One more. Okay. Now. And I don't think I need that. I think you need this, but I'm not sure. Let's try. Let's take that off the hotbar. What if we put we got a shovel, we got that, we got a sickle. So you don't need the water. Whoa, look at that. It's growing. And I can't get to that one. There it goes. So when you look at each plant, now it's saying that the one plant is going to yield me 15. Wow. Okay. Not ready to harvest, so it's got some time. These rocks are all different colored too. It makes me wonder if maybe at later stages you'll start getting like I don't know, iron or something. I was just cleaning up. How do you know when the ship's back? Does it go ringy ding? Oh, I seen it. I'm over here trying to slide a bunny hop like I do in Satisfactory. Okay. All right, check me out. Can I sell? All right. So we just made some cash. We need fertilizer. It's I'm hello. Okay, there we go. Let's buy like I feel like we need a lot of it, so we'll buy 50 fertilizer. And also, can we buy something else from you, bro? We got 300. What if we buy like Oh, I think what this is meaning is like right now we're in Peret, Peret. So this is on sale. So we could buy some fig tree. Let's buy like let's plant like 10 fig trees. And then we'll buy that way we can plant the rest of our field. And then I feel like we need to buy I just feel like we need a lot of fertilizer. So we're going to buy quite a bit of fertilizer. And we're going to go check this out. So I think we're close to like an hour in game. 54 minutes is where we're at. Oh. Look. It's ready to harvest. What do we harvest with? What do we harvest with? 5? Bro. Okay. And how much did that net us? 148 wheat? Holy caca. Little caquitas. Okay. It's not, some of this stuff it's not letting me dig up. Like, okay. So the square has to be white. Eh. All right, so let's do this. Let's take our wheat. We only have 20 wheat. Let's see how far that's going to go. That's 12. That's 18. So we need 10 more. Let's go buy 10 more wheat so we can finish that little patch. And then we'll do some fig trees. I think this is it to the demo, though. Honestly, I think you just so we can buy that. How much is wheat? Does it even show like how much you can sell it for? Wow. If you hold it down, what if you... Oh. Okay. If you drag it over there and drop it, it gives you the slider. I just made 2... Bro. Do you see this? So we have a plot of 30 over there. We got enough. I think we have enough fertilizer. Okay. Listen. Look at Linda. Look at. Look at Linda. We're going to go ahead and plant the rest of this, and then I'm going to go get some water. And we got a whole thing of wheat. Okay, now we need some water. Water. We got a little bit, but we need more. We need... Wait, that's a clay. I think that's a clay bucket. Okay. Let's get some water. Okay, how much do we have? 80? Let's go to 100. Look at this water texture. All right, we're at 101. I think that's pretty phenomenal. And then let's take and put, we're going to need our hoe here in a second. So we'll put that back on the hotbar. Because we got to plant trees. And I'm wondering, like, how... How about like some irrigation? Like, I wonder if like later on you're able to build aqueducts or whatever. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey, again? Okay. And then we go to, hey, buddy, buddy. We want fertilized. Oh, there it goes. Now we can fertilize. Uh, you're telling me I got to select fertilize every single time? Or can I use this? There you go. So you just left click once you do that. And what's that telling me now? Minus 10%. No water. Fertilized minus 10. So if we put the little chingle on here, number 4. Nothing. Then we put the hoe. Give me that hoe. Okay, I'm curious about the fig trees. Like, I'm curious about. Because the fig trees. Look, when I select the fig trees to plant them, wherever the hell that is. Oh, now it's going to let me plant. Is it though? No. It's not letting me plant. So maybe it was completely red though. So I'm thinking like maybe you need like a couple spots to plant the fig trees. Oh, those need water. Water. So what if I do this? Okay, so having the like the bucket and all that stuff just makes it go faster. Okay. Cool. I mean, at least we're getting somewhere. We're starting to understand it a little bit. I'm going to go 3 wide on this. Let's test something out, actually. Let's go 4 wide. Because I'm wondering if maybe the fig tree takes up like a 4 or 2x2 or, you know, something like that. So let's take a 5. Won't let me plant. It will not let me plant figs. That's interesting. I think that's interesting. Maybe they need like a planter. What did that say? It's just this farmland. I don't know. We'll be 4 wide and super long here. So I don't know. I'm just gonna finish this row and leave this as farmland for now. And maybe focus on our wheat so we can make some extra cash. So what do we have? A 6x5 is 30, right? Look at that. How the hell? Am I out of water? Oh yeah, of course. All right, so fig trees, I don't know the deal with fig trees. I thought we could jump straight to fig trees, but apparently you can't do that. So we'll have to figure out how to plant the fig trees. But the wheat is a freaking moneymaker. I feel like this game is pretty true to, you know what? I just noticed at the top, it shows you how many resources you have, so I don't have to keep opening my inventory. Holy hell, that's nice. I cannot believe I didn't notice that until just now. I like this game. Honestly, it's about a 7. I'd say like a 7 out of 10 for me right now. I think it's complicated enough. I think it's complicated enough that it's a little challenging, but it also is staying true to what it's about. As far as like, you know, farming. And it's making you it kind of makes sense. Like you need a fertilizer spreader to spread fertilizer. It's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna stay in touch with this game, and this seems like it seems like one of those demos. It seems like one of those demos that you allows you. I don't know how long the demo goes, but I'm gonna play it for a while, and then, um, we'll go from there. I don't want to build all of these though. I was trying to see if there was. Is there like. Yeah, so you have a brickyard, a key place in the process of creating solid structures, thatch, drying grass and hay, where the valuable food for animals. Okay. And then a mill for baking. So this. Ooh, okay. I'm digging it. I don't care what you say. I think this is a pretty well thought out game. It's a little like Farmville, but it's pretty well thought out. Maybe we need to fertilize again. I think it's probably better if you don't do it in rows like this. If you spread it out, or you can go between the rows, maybe instead of plots. I don't know. And I think you're going to have a hard time doing like more than one thing at a time. Dude, these crops require so much water. Okay. And then they're going to be ready to harvest. So you're going to have to get your scythe. And it should say ready to harvest, yes. And I should get 18 from the plant. So I'm going to get a bunch from this harvest. I want those to turn. I want those to turn 18, 16, 22, 12. I like that you don't get just an automatic like amount. Like it's realistic somewhat. I will say it's hard to keep up. I feel like it's hard to keep up with, watering and all that kind of stuff. If you could hire like hands to help you, I think that would be helpful. This is not ready to harvest. But look how much wheat I've already got. 295. Sheet. Okay. So, in an hour of playing this game, we have made a workshop and 2 crafting stations. We have. Let me turn this timer off. I set a timer for an hour because I was like, well, let me play this for an hour and see. Hey, timer. There we go. Okay, it's off. Sorry, it's on my iPad. So, in an hour, we've accomplished all of this. We got pretty. It seems like it's pretty easy to make money. Honestly, I think it's a little skewed. Because I'm making money hand over fist and it could be because it's a demo. Sometimes demos are like super easy. I don't know, but I feel like having this much money this early in the game, when you start with like, it gives you like 100, and it gives you a hammer to start out with. Like, I'm progressing pretty quickly, so I feel like that's a little off. But I do think this is a cool game. So check this out. 6,000. See what I'm saying? I just made 6,000. In the market, I think it's a good concept, but I don't think that you're gonna. I'm planting wheat to make this money. I don't think you're gonna. I don't know. I don't know. Let's buy 60 fertilizer. Can you? Oh, you can type in there. Okay. And we just did wheat. Let's do something else. How about watermelons? Let's do 30 of those. Oh no. And we need to go get some more water before we do this session of planting. It seems like progression's really fast. I'll say that. But again, that's what demos are for. They want you to play through the demo and experience the game. So it could be that that's the intention, is to progress through the content. So you're like, oh, I like this. I want to play this for real. but it is very easy. There's nothing standing in your way. There's not. I don't see any like weather events. There's no. There's no nothing. It's pretty standard. I think that I like grindy games. I like games that you can just be like, okay, I'm going to stop and come back to it. I'm going to go check. You know, like, oh, our bucket just broke. I feel like it's like, oh, let me go. I don't think it's one of those. It's like, let me plant some crops and come back to it. It's not, from what I can see. If you look in the top right corner, there's cycles, but it's not weather cycles. It's not. Um, it's not like, well, I don't know how to explain it. Like winter, summer, whatever. I don't feel like you get any of that. So, so I think that as far as this game goes, in the full version, which I don't think there's a full version out. Let's go look right here. This is Ancient Farm demo. Visit the store page. Planned release to be announced. So I don't see anything there. There is. I think this was added into the demo. So fruit trees, ibises, and then just looking at the content, I mean, it looks pretty good. The requirements to play the game are relatively low as well. So if you got one of those computers where you're like, you're not able to play a lot of games, this might be one for you. Ultimate Games SA, developers A2 Softworks. So that's kind of cool. And it looks like it says live now broadcasting. Watch the developer play. So you can jump on there and watch them if you want. But for the most part, I like it. I think it's a winner in my book. Ultimately, I do. Like I said, I think it's a little. Hey, Wolf, welcome back, brother. I think it's a little easy to play. I think it is at least getting started. And this might be because these are base crops. When you get into fruit trees and stuff like that, obviously there's some mechanics that I don't understand. And then you have your house where you can start making food and all that kind of stuff. We haven't even gotten into any of that. So I think as you progress. Oh, hold on a minute. I just realized something. Okay, nobody's been over in YouTube chatting, so woo, okay. That scared me a little bit. So I think as you progress, it might be one of those deals where it kind of continuously gets harder. And I hope that that's the case. I hope that it's that way because this is beautiful. I mean, I think this is for what the requirements are on this game. I mean, this ain't shit. My streaming computer has a Ryzen 5 2600 in it. You need 8 gigs of RAM and a 1060 or RX 570. That's great. So when you're looking at those and then you look how good this game looks, I mean, I am playing on a 4070, but I would wager that playing on my other computer is not going to be that much different. So I think it's a winner. Okay. I will say, like, you see how this is? Like, I can shovel here, but I'm looking at this square right in front of me. It's a little buggy. You got to kind of move around, but it's a demo. And obviously, they're not putting out a full version right now because they're still working on it. But the water system is a little clunky, like, you know. But there again, let's just try something. Look, what if we try and we come back here and we go brickyard? Because I'm curious if you can destroy these structures as well. I don't know that you can, but what does this need? It needs 5 of these. So let's go ahead and make this. And let's see. I'm curious if it's going to unlock more structures, like a water canal or, You know, because I feel like you should be able to like channel water so you're not constantly watering. Because there's no way, if you do multiple crops, there's no way you can keep up with it. Okay, I have 12 of these. So I had everything that I needed to make that. And then this is going to make bricks. So what I was curious about is it may be that you have to create the house, I guess. Do we have a place we can put the house down? I mean, I guess we can clear out some land. What is the house? You need grass, planks, block stone. We'll load everything that we've got into the house. 8 clay bricks. So we got to go get some clay. And our bucket ran out. Our bucket's about to break. Okay, all right, look. We need some stones. Let's do this. I'm just curious if anything else unlocks as far as the builds go. So I'm going to go ahead and gather some stuff and finish this house. And then pick up some stones, pick up sticks. See any sticks? Sticks? Mm-mm-mm. It's a grindy little game, for sure. Wolf, how's it going, buddy? Okay. Apparently, you can't destroy the stuff over here. Either that or I'm doing something wrong. I just found out very clean eats away at everything. So let's hope it doesn't get away at blood cells because I got some in my cut. It's probably like simple green. You might lose a little bit of platelet integrity, but you should be good. Oh, break clean. Probably not. You're probably okay. I'm just going to go. Okay, the pickaxe just broke. So there's that. We got plenty of plant fiber. We need... Wait, no we don't. I think we have everything we need. So we have a shovel. We need a bucket and a bucket. And I think that's everything we need. Right? Pickaxe. Oh, hell. Well, we made some extras. What's that? That's a hoe. It's one of them hoes. Stay away from them hoes, you know? It's when I started seeing dancing rainbow unicorns, I start wearing. Yeah, pretty much. And if you're not drinking it, you should be okay. Okay, planks, grass, clay bricks. So we needed a bucket for bricks. And this is this a water bucket? No, this is a clay bucket. So let's go get some clay. I was gonna give this demo an hour, and if it wasn't good, it didn't live up to my standards, I was gonna move on, but I'm kind of impressed with it, so I think we're gonna give it another hour, and we'll see how this thing goes. That may split the videos into two. Also, keep my ex's name out your mouth. All right, Will. $90. I don't know why 100 seems like a good round number to me. I think I will go back to the. I like this one, but I'm gonna go back to the game I was playing before this, the black gold oil drilling, whatever the simulator, and see if I can unlock the achievements. Plank. I need 5 planks. So that gave me 2. That was a good game. I was really impressed with it. One of the game developers jumped into chat. Oh. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. One more block stone. You can't tell where I'm from based on how I say "oh." All you can tell is that I'm not from Canada. For every 6 clay, we get 2 bricks. And I can't remember how many bricks we need. A lot of people that grew up higher class say "oh," and Southerners are lower depending on what your area you're talking about. Oh. Do you want me to say oil? Does it make you feel better if I say oil? I also say full, but I know it's foil. You say old. Okay, we got the here's the little casa. So question, we can make bread. Does anything else light up in this house? No. 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 Why do they have this and that? There's a bed. There's a couple beds. Okay. And then, so we built that. I was curious about, here's a thatch. City says, oh. Well, that's crazy because where I'm from, everyone says, oh. I mean, everyone. So what I'm trying to test out right now, I know I'm not doing much farming, but what I'm trying to test out is if I unlock these structures. Why am I doing that? I don't need to build the house. If I unlock these structures, Does it unlock more content like irrigation? Okay, that's done. So that's going to let me make hay to feed the animals that are non-existent. And then we need a mill. South of the Mason-Dixon. Maybe. Why is this not showing what we need? There it goes. 4 planks. All right, let's go 4 planks. I don't know where I'm from. It'd be east of the Mason-Dixon, wouldn't it? I don't know. And then we need 2 clay bricks. Okay, and now we have a mill where we can make flour out of our wheat. So again, no, it didn't unlock anything. Damn it. You usually Southerners or more rural people use oil some reason, or yeah, no, you're right. For sure. It's and I don't understand it because I've heard people like when I was in the army, I traveled around and people were like, "What'd you say?" And I'm like, "Oil," and they're like, "Oil," and I'm like, "No, oil." I said oil. I meant oil. It just doesn't sound right saying it the other way. It doesn't feel right saying it the other way to me. Okay, so I am where you can find the blueprints necessary to create the tools you need for everyday work. A place where you can relax and prepare meals, ensuring comfort and safety after a day of work. Okay. Oh. And then T. No, we go to tutorial. Okay, let's look at the tutorial real quick. Buying and selling, we already did that. Price changes. So I think we've done everything, honestly, that's in the demo. Okay. So the only thing that I have, I mean, we planted some wheat. It wouldn't let me plant fruit trees for some reason. I couldn't figure that out. But, oh, that's why. Look how wide it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ha. Let's get our hoe. Let's get one of them hoes. And then I want to plant a fruit tree. And there's one more tool that we haven't made. We'll do that. I think that's all I say that's all the demo has to offer, but there was a lot of content in this demo. So I'm not unhappy about it. Yeah, don't waste your diamonds on a hoe. Exactly. Buddy? Are you gonna till the ground or what's happening? It's not gonna let me till right there for some reason. Can I use a shovel? No? Well, that sucks. I had a grand plan. Why won't it let me do? Well, let me do. Oh, wait. I could barely see those sticks. All right, now looky there. Now we got a fig tree, and I bought like 20 of them. Not, I bought 10 of them bitches. Our hoe's dead. Damn it. Where's the hoe? Right there. This is a unique system too. Instead of like going into the workbench like you normally would in every other game, you have to highlight this blueprint, click the blueprint, or hit E, and then that creates your craft, which is unique. All right, we got 2 fig trees. So I can fertilize it and water it. That's it. There's your fruit trees. I want to go. Let's try one more thing. Let's go to the. Let's see if the ship is over there. It is not. Excuse me. I'm curious if maybe like the ship sells you. Because I don't understand how. Like you progress. It don't make any sense to me. Obviously they're putting out more content in the game. Like this is just a demo. And they don't have like an ETA for the full release, so I don't know. I may get in touch with them and see if I can get if they have an extended version of this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because you're constantly going back and forth and getting water, and as much as these things require, look, I already have to water these again that quickly. And F3, F4, like that's as slow as I can make time. So you would think that it would be like, oh, I watered that. Like, I don't know. For me, you watered it today, you fertilized it today, go on to your next field and do other things. But this is going so fast that you can't hardly do anything. So I'm kind of thinking that it's probably built that way so that you can get through the demo quickly. You're not playing this demo for days. You're playing it over the course of a couple hours to complete, which is fine if that's the case. Hopefully they slow it way down to where it's more like this fruit tree should take, I don't know, let's just say that it takes several days at least. There's supposed to be a ship over there on that dock. That's what I'm looking for. So, anyways, I think they're all working. Hey, type exclamation lurk. See if that works. See if my commands are working. It doesn't look like it. It's supposed to give an alert. Like I feel like you should get some kind of on-screen, like when the ship shows up, like ship's leaving in 10 minutes, or traders available, or something. PSA: I love cheese. I don't. If you don't love cheese, then there's something wrong with you. I was gonna say you're not American, but that's doesn't apply in this situation. Okay, that's all cleaned up. Okay, the ship's back over here. Let's go see if the ship sells blueprints or anything special. Cause like, how do you learn? How do you learn new stuff? I'm gonna sell that to him. Sell one of those. I'm not gonna sell anything else, but if you look on here, you got papyrus seeds, sugar cane, olive trees, fig trees, coffee seed, watermelon, cotton, onion, carrot, wheat, fertilizer, hammer. So I don't know. I'm American is apple pie. It's from England. Yeah. So here's what I think that we should do. Let's see. I want to experience the fruit harvest. And then I don't think there's anything else really at this point to really do. You could, we could grind some wheat. We could, we have to farm some wheat, grind some wheat, make some bread, but I don't think that that's gonna do anything. It's called ancient farming. I mean, I think it's a cool game. I think it has a lot of potential. They could go in a lot of different directions, for sure. I may have to jump in the developers Discord. Matter of fact, I think I jumped in the wrong Discord. I was trying to hunt down Peter and see if I could get the other demo on that, because he's like, I got a better demo if you want one. I was like, yes, I want one. Let me check my email. Make sure that I didn't get a invite to that. Doesn't look like it. No, it's okay. Maybe I can track. Hey, Peter. Yeah, I wish Peter was around. I need him to send me that demo. That game is awesome. I love that game. You know what's wild? That just asked me to build. That was weird. Oh, the trees are changing. She's getting big. Luckily, there's a family guy. Yeah. So Peter, you didn't see him. Peter was over in the YouTube chat when we were playing that game, and he was a developer for Black Oil, or it's his game. I'm not sure. I think it's actually might be his game, but anyway, he was giving me like little hints and stuff. Yeah. So he was like, if you are interested in a better demo, let me know. And I was like, yes. And then I ended the stream. I should have had him reach out to me, but I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. Yield 5. Oh, you know what we're going to probably need? Because these are trees. I don't think you redo the trees. We need a fruit picker. Just happy little accidents. Here's the fruit picker. Because you don't harvest this the same way. Da, 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 da. So yeah, that's all we need. We did everything else. I don't think I've missed anything. What if I just thought of something? You build everything with a hammer, and they sell a hammer at this boat. Why would they sell a hammer at this boat? Is it just a spare, or is it a different hammer that has different recipes in it? It's the same fucking hammer. I had to try though. You talk to other guys? Is there other guys on the boat that you can talk to? Or just that guy? You can't get on the boat. You can't do it. You can't always get what you want. Ready to harvest? No. Come on, dude. How long does this freaking take? Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just a hammer. It doesn't really. I was thinking that, like, maybe like the hammer gives you, like, maybe it was a different hammer, but it's not. It's the same hammer. And this is all the recipes you get: carpenter, stonecutter, brickyard, thatch, and a mill, a workshop, and a house. And then this is the workshop. And you only have these recipes. And then you have the. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you have to build the dang thing, but you get a house. And the only thing in the house that you can work with is this oven so far. No furniture or anything. That's not to say that they won't. And you grind the flour, grind the wheat here, and take it in there to make your bread. And then this is all. Uh, this one's curious because this makes animal food, but there's no animals yet, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Is this ready? No. Nah. And there's not any, like, I looked to see if there was, like, is there like a caravan, or there's something secret, like little boxes or something where you get recipes? Nope. It's a huge build area. Huge map. You can go all the way to the edge of these stones, I think, all the way around. Na, na, na. I got I think I've got a couple more demos that I'm gonna play. I want to try and get my hands on an altars demo. It comes out on the 16th, so that's probably not going to happen. Let me through the trees. I was just looking to see if there was any like thing I missed, like a. I don't know, but that rock right there looks like it shouldn't be there. Like there's something up there. Here, some people don't have houses. Yeah, I know. I know. I need to quit being such a bitch. God dang. That scared the crap out of me. I need to I gotta go into those and change. No, it's fine. I was like, oh, what the hell? I wasn't expecting it. I need to go change the times on the rewards because that's supposed to go for a while. Those are supposed to go for a while. Okay, well, ready to harvest? No, that motherfuckers. Look how big that thing is. Ain't ready to harvest. They're quiet on your end. It's because see, it goes through my headset, so I hear it directly. But if you like, do another channel reward. Let's unlink that. Only to this scene. Yeah. See, it's coming straight through my headset. I'll have to work on it. Maybe in another stream. I'm going to use. It's whatever. Yeah, exactly. Dude. How freaking long does it take for one of these trees to grow, man? How freaking long? And can you destroy these? You can't destroy these buildings. Once you've built them, you cannot move them or destroy them. You would think like the hammer would have some kind of nothing. Oh, Canada. I gotta quit doing that. Let me get the little fertilizer bucket. And get the water bucket. Ready to harvest? No. Next cycle, minus 5%, 25% yield. So I'm wondering now if. Oh, no. Because these are fruit trees. So this little thing right here is supposed to be able to reach up and grab the fruit. Not the size of the tree. That's average. Yeah. I think it's super cool because if you can imagine like a little farming village where you got all these little things and your workshop set up and like, you know, your house is over here along the river and all your crafting stations down here. So it's nice and cool. And then you got this huge farm out here full of fig trees and sugar cane and all this kind of stuff. I think this has the potential to be a really cool game. It just doesn't, you just don't have a lot. And I mean, we worked all the way through the tutorial. We did all of this stuff. Yeah, we did all that. We went through all of that. For each season, 3 products with a big promotion are drawn there, visible in the upper part of the merchant panel. Yeah, we already took advantage of that. And that's it. So I guess I'm going to give this tree about 15 more minutes, 10 more minutes. And if it doesn't mature, because that's really the last thing I need to do is collect some fruit off a fruit tree. And then we're good. While we're waiting on that, let's go look at this. Does this have any achievements? There's no... Let's go back here to this page. No achievements. That's the store page. Yeah. Played Ancient Farm demo for the first time. Nothing. Discussions. UI scale, clay, housing, demo, building wrong places, bug. Add multiple languages. Cuneiform on a scroll? What? Oh, it's saying that there was nothing there. Yeah. So that's it. I'm not seeing anyone like comment on any specific things. I may jump in the Discord. And see if I missed something. See if there's like something else in here that I need to experience, but the demo's definitely playable. I think it's built. I think I'm not going to wait on this. We're going to switch over here for a minute. Talk about the demo. So the demo is definitely playable. I think that they engineered this demo. Wait, hold on. Hold the dang phone. Look up on the tree. Look at the little balls on the tree. Fruit. We'll wait for this let's do this. I know you do. I know it. Okay, we're gonna let that sit there and we'll chat. We'll see if this does this while we do our kind of wrap up deal. Maybe those will harvest. So what I'm thinking, I was trying to like experience everything in the game in the demo that you could experience to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because I think this game has great potential. I feel like during this time there would have been like the ability to cut ditches and flood irrigate, have water running through here so you're not constantly having to water your plants. I feel like a couple of things, like I read in the comments that there's no roof on this house, but I'm not sure that would have been a thing during this period. They might have had like a thatch roof or something. The ability to expand your house, upgrade your house. I don't think there should have been a lot of furniture in here. Different things like that. The ability to break these structures down if you build in the wrong place would be nice. I think that you should be able to, move things around. But for the most part, it's a pretty dang good game. Where are we at? Ready to harvest? No. Is the ship still over there? No. And then the ability to, obviously, like, there's some things that we can't experience. Like, I think who's going to carry the boats? Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is a hint at what's to come in the regular game, because this is to feed animals. So I feel like milk, like goats, maybe camels, maybe like oxen, to plow the field so you can plow bigger fields, harvest bigger fields, whatever. And then the simple fact that you're able to make this amount of money. I made this much. We started with 150. Yeah. We started with 150 gold, and we harvested this plot twice with wheat. Well, the first time I harvested 3 carrots, and then I did 2 full things of wheat. So 60 plots of wheat and I have 7,000 gold. So it's kind of like, you know, I think it wants you to be able to buy everything that's on that boat and experience it. That's just my 2 cents. As soon as I put the water away, it pops up like I need to water the tree. But I was curious about how long this demo was going to take. I've streamed for 2 hours right now. It's 2 hours on the dot right now. I've streamed this game. And that's about what it took me to play through the black gold demo. So I think it has great potential. We may come back to it. And then I think this is a really cool concept that it doesn't switch days. It just has cycles. So it's just it is what it is. Like I don't know what Akhet, Peret, and Shimu means, but it just, as far as this game, all it means is that when this dial is in Shimu, that means that these items are on sale, and these items rotate. So I think it's a kind of a cool deal where you can go in and say you're wanting to plant carrots or be a carrot farmer or sugarcane or whatever. You can wait for these sales to come up, and you can see in advance when it cycles over to Akhet, you'll have coffee, onions, and you can buy a hammer cheaper. I don't know about the hammer because hammer has no durability. But anyways, I digress. They're probably Latin or something. I think we're in Egypt or Iraq or something like that. So that's kind of what you're looking at. But I feel like this is a great opportunity. But again, when you're looking at like the most expensive thing that you can purchase is fig tree seeds and olive tree seeds. And we can buy so much of it. And I think the reason that you can buy fertilizer is because there's no animals. Otherwise, I think you would have to create your fertilizer. So they probably bumped up the buying system to be so that you're able to fertilize and kind of experience what's going on. And then the last thing that I'll say is the growing cycle. Because I think that ready to harvest, yes. So what I think is like what I said before. Like these trees, there's no day-night cycle. So these trees grew in one day. They grew 20 minutes. We sat here growing these trees, and now they're ready to harvest. And I think what they're trying to do, how do you harvest? Like that? That's it? That one's not ready. But we just picked all the fruit off of that. So we got, what did we get out of that? Are these seeds? Or did we buy those? Those are watermelon seeds. We got 15 fruit off of that. I don't know about the seeds. I don't know how that works. But anyways, I digress. Like the growing cycle deal is would be a cool mechanic to build into this. To where essentially you plant your trees and it's like a day-night cycle. So it's like maybe it takes 6 days to grow a tree. And then, wheat takes kind of like a farming sim kind of deal. Anyway, that's my feedback on that. So now we'll jump back. Oh, wrong scene. We'll jump over here real quick. So that is Ancient Farming wrapped up. That's great game. Really enjoyed the game. I think I'll come back to it. I think it has great potential. I hope the developers continue. I'm going to jump in their Discord. Pay no attention to the guy behind me on the TV, by the way. I'm going to stay plugged in with this game, and I'm going to see how the development progresses because I think it has great potential. I think they've spent a lot of time with textures and making it look beautiful, and I think it deserves a second playthrough if they continue to add things. And it looks like they are adding things because they just added these fruit trees and things to the game. So I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me during this stream and everyone that continues to make this channel awesome. I think we're doing really well, and I look forward to seeing everyone in Discord. And if you like the content, you want to see more of this, or you want to see me come back to this game, jump in Discord, let me know, hit me up, let me know in the comments below. If you're on Twitch, make sure that you follow, and if you're on YouTube, make sure that you like the channel or subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. with that being said, I want to wish you guys a great rest of your day. And if you're going to hang out, I'm going to be back in a little bit with another stream for another demo game. So we'll see you guys soon. You guys have a great rest of your afternoon.